And we are back, y'all, live in the studio. It's your girl, Coach TaShon of the Mail Room, live on 101 TKO Radio. Listen, it feels so good to be back in the studio. I have my friends with me, DJ Prince. Who's still playing? Who's still? I know that's the song. I know that's the song, y'all. Who's still playing? Is it E? Look, y'all, I know y'all love this song. This is my jam right here. This is the old school Quad City DJs. Listen, happy December. I am your girl, Coach TaShon. Got my crew with me, Mr. Takeover, DJ Johnny Prince, DJ E Smooth, and my special friend Mark B and Nelson on the ones and twos. It's so good to see y'all and to be back in here. It seems like November came in, y'all disrespected my month. Y'all disrespected my month. Y'all gave November one day, and y'all barely gave November Thanksgiving. Wait a minute, is that who's that? DJ E Smooth.
Yo, E, turn the phone off, bro. We can hear you, man.
Look at y'all cutting up already. Y'all cutting up already. See, look, DJs, y'all are funny, but y'all done came in disrespecting my month. Didn't give. What did you say, DJ? Look.
Power, audio, everything. I plug it all.
See, this is what I have, y'all. This is what I have. I'm so thankful, so grateful to have y'all. November was the month. It was my birthday month, and thank y'all so much for celebrating with me in many forms. The text messages, the calls, the Facebook message, all of that. Like people were asking, they were like, "You don't want to do anything?" I said, "No, I'm really in a season of," and I said this, and I want people to understand, I'm not depressed or anything like that. So please understand, I'm not depressed. I'm just in a different season, in a season of where you start looking at life and you're like, okay, I got to do this. I need to do, you just start thinking about different stuff. But I was so happy, like just sitting on, laying in my bed, eating and chilling, watching movies and so forth. But I thank y'all so much. I'm like, it's a blessing to see 52. So that was, I'm like super excited. So yes, you know what? All right, Kevin. Yes, 52.
I was gonna say, especially when you don't look it. I was gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
You don't look it. You might feel it.
You can unmute yourself. You can't hear us because you have yourself muted, but you got to turn off your phone. That's funny. But yeah, I do feel it because my body was like, "Ooh, girl, you can't drive." Because I had planned on trying to do that ceiling challenge, right? On TikTok, doing the ceiling challenge. I said, "Okay, I'm gonna do a little something." Shit. God said, "No, you will not." He sure did. He sure did. God was like, "Nope, not on my watch. You ain't doing no ceiling challenge. You better get your behind in there and get on them knees and pray." So. But it was a blessing. But y'all did disrespect my money. I just want to let y'all know y'all did disrespect my money. And now here it is, Christmas.
Scorpios up there.
No. Get it right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius.
Is Scorpio at the like the beginning?
No, Scorpio is before us. Yeah, so Sagittarius ends and then them sea people come in. Them Capricorn folks. They come in.
What? Excuse me, say what now?
Them Capricorn folks. But it's Sagittarius season.
Somebody got to kick the year off. You know what I mean? Somebody got to set the time for the whole year.
Child.
Right.
Whatever.
Hey, somebody got to kick y'all off the year.
Oh. But it's just a blessing just to, be on this side of life. So, E Smooth, can you hear us now? No, we can hear you.
We can
know y'all laughing at me. Yeah, we are. Headphones back in. Okay.
See, but it is so good to be back here in the studio. Listen, TMR, we've been doing some things, but listen, TMR messages from him with TaShon and Friends is being sponsored by Swag Her Magazine, Privy Stonecrest, TLC Coaching. And so I need y'all to make sure y'all download that 101 TKO radio app so that you can get the full experience of the mailroom, and that's including the music. So if you are on here, we do due to Facebook and YouTube rights and all that, they like to cut folks off. So that's the reason why we have to mute. But you go into that app. What's up, DJ?
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, now I'm
I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing.
What's going on there, everybody? I miss you guys, man. It's great to see you all, man.
Yes. Yes. And listen, I want to give a big shout out to my team, the mailroom. We completed a community service last week? Yeah, last week. And last Saturday, and we have another one coming up for this month. And so while we may not have been in the studio, we've been working behind the scenes, doing some things on the weekend and so forth. So I wasn't just laying around, y'all, but, getting some things together. And I'm about to push this envelope, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna like me for 2024. I'm just telling y'all now, because some of this stuff that y'all, we got to address. So today, we talking about this whole Diddy, Aaron Hall, we talking about all that, y'all. What's really going on, black men? What's really going on? And Andre 3000 new release. I'm feeling it. A lot of people are not, but hey. And Eazy-E is honored with his own street in Compton. So yeah, plus that and T.I. and his son.
Chopper.
Listen. I like T.I. But the rumor now going around that ain't his son. So tied it and took to the media and said y'all better leave them alone. Everybody got stuff to say, but I need to know what's going on with that little boy because I think he entitled. Shoot. Yeah, we're gonna get into that because
there's a lot going on with that. He stayed with his grandma because they was always on the move, and Tiny, wherever T.I. was performing at, Tiny's gone, so him and one of the other sons always stayed.
Yeah,
grandma house.
I mean around the corner. Yeah, but that ain't nothing new though.
Came on the show. They only came on the show when they was filming. When the filming was over, they went right back to grandma.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't think that's I like that ain't honestly that ain't nothing new. If you live off of Bankhead and all that, you knew that they was staying with their grandma and them. So that's why I'm just like, boy, where are you trying to find?
Grandma was on the payroll though.
Exactly.
Like grandma was on the grind,
right?
Trying to put a roof over his head or something. No, grandma didn't have to worry about nothing,
right?
Because your daddy and your mama was millionaires.
Right, so, exactly. Your family is on payroll. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go stay.
He just wanted to make it seem like he slept with roaches.
Yeah, he want to be from the old Bankhead. He want to be from the old Bankhead. That's what it was.
So bad.
Right.
So bad.
Like
rolling over his head and stuff.
Right. He want to. Exactly, and that's the point that he forgetting. Your mom and dad and them created this space for you so you won't have to experience that stuff. I don't know what it is, what people want to experience the hood stuff. I don't know. So we're going to have to talk about that. Because that must be a facet. Right.
It wasn't. It wasn't that fun.
It
He like
wasn't.
he ate hot dogs without buns. That's a good story. That's how we had. You
Man,
got that
we
one.
ate bread.
Yeah.
We ate bread with ketchup and mustard.
Right. Like
Right. We didn't even have relish. That's a good story.
like I don't know what these. Now I can tell you, my niece and nephew, they ain't trying to relive and think about being in the hood. So they tell us all the time, we thank God that y'all we didn't grow up like y'all did. I'm like, yeah, that's the purpose. Like I don't get it, but that must be he must be running his mouth in the streets trying to get that street cred because ain't nobody trying to grow up on the old bankhead. And you know old bankhead, you ain't trying to do all that. So listen, stay connected. Y'all download that 101 TKO radio app. When we come back, we about to get into this thing because I got my brothers on here today. And we gonna talk, we gonna chop it up. Y'all get ready because my brothers ain't playing. Y'all know they gonna come with the truth. So listen, stay tuned, stay connected to 101 TKO radio.com. We'll be right back with the mail room. And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio. That's my boy, Heavy D. Rest in peace. Oh, I love me some Heavy D. That was rap. Oh my goodness. That was hip hop. So rest in peace, Heavy D. I wonder what the boys are doing. Yeah, real hip hop. Are they still together, or I know they didn't like add new people to the group? The Heavy D and the boys. Did they
I mean, Happy D is gone, so the
Yeah.
boys is just dancers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. They were just the dancers. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. So, but rest in peace. Listen.
Corner.
Yo, what'd you say? They dancing.
And then one of them died, so it was only two.
Oh no, for real?
Yeah, one off the stage back in like the 90s, like 91, something like that.
Oh wow. I don't remember that story.
Yeah, he fell off stage, man, broke his died. Wow.
Oh wow. Wow.
Long stage.
Wow. I didn't even I was thinking maybe the fat because one of the fat boys, didn't they how many
All three of them gone.
Oh, all three of them. I thought one was still living.
No, he just died.
I thought Chris Martin was still living.
Prince Monkey D died last year or the year before.
Oh.
He just died last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Buff, he passed away he was the first one.
Yeah, the big one died.
Yeah.
Right.
2000, something like that, 99, something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow.
We lost a lot of brothers.
We did. Yeah. And yeah. And this is the
3-4 years.
Yeah. And this is the year of hip hop, so we're still celebrating that and so forth. So listen, speaking of hip hop, some of y'all New Jack folks.
Take that. Yeah. Take that.
Listen, I'll be the first to tell you, I love the New Jack, the swing and the sound. That was the era. New Jack was the era with Guy, Aaron Hall, P. Diddy, what's the other group? Yeah, all of them, like that was the group. But when you start looking at some of these lyrics now, you start paying attention to it, you be like, ugh. So, LaRon, what clip do you have for us? Is this for the first right now? We can play this one?
Yeah, you play this one.
Okay, so Diddy, how long is this one? I'm going to go ahead and play it because we got a few minutes before we go out and listen. I'm just saying, y'all, TMR, we ain't bringing no gossip. We ain't, doing all that. We really want to know what's going on. I ain't saying he did it. I ain't saying I'm just saying some stuff ain't adding up right, so.
Got a few little updates. I know the cat.
Okay. Now, LaRon, this one is clean, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The case is over and done with. That has been settled, but
is it stopping? Is it?
A computer ain't clean up.
we recently got some new updates involving Diddy, and I said I would be keeping track and keeping y'all posted. So here we go. Also, do a disclaimer. I always do this on every video concerning anything about legal advice. I am not a lawyer. I am not giving legal advice yet. But tonight I'm going to do it a little bit different. I actually do have a licensed attorney who's sharing this information. What I'm about to show you is Dr. Simone's breakdown of the settlement in terms of Diddy and Cassie's case. And I feel like a lot of people missed this. I know I did initially until I started looking at who Cassie hired in terms of her legal team. Y'all take a look.
Our attorneys were really brilliant. They didn't sue just Diddy. They sued his corporations.
They sure did.
And they sued his corporations and sued in her capacity as an employee. When you do that, it triggers commercial liability insurance. And it triggers another policy called directors and officers. Okay. And we know he's a director of his companies as the CEO. So now you got two policies. What happens then is it takes away Puffy's ability to settle. It's not his choice no more.
So it's no longer personal accountability. It's his organization.
It's his organization. And it's no different than like if you hit somebody with your car.
Mhm.
Let's say you have State Farm. State Farm gets to decide to settle, not you. You could say, I didn't run the stop sign. That's not true. They're lying. If State Farm says, we don't care, we did our investigation, we're settling. That's it. That's what happened here. So because they added those claims, the corporate insurance carrier got to say, read over it and say, oh, hell no, we're giving her the money.
We're hearing you. Diddy's public reputation is done.
It's done.
Yeah.
And if he wants to be able to leave anything to his children, he needs to walk away from all of these corporations.
Damn, he can no longer be the head of his corporations.
Well, remember,
So I mean, he did just step down from revolt.
Yeah, and
The school,
That he was a part of.
right?
Yeah, the school let him go. It's not
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll let him go too.
Yeah, and it's more to come. It's more to
There's
come.
more to come.
And here's my 2 cents on it. What goes in what happened in the dark is eventually going to come out in, it's going to come out over time. And Cassie, I know people were like, well, why did she wait this, that, and the other? And I don't know her like that. I don't know Diddy like that, but I just know that this was her time. And according to the Adult Survivors Act in New York, that was the deadline, November 24th. So everybody had to come out and file these what you call it, the civil rights, the civil suits. Yeah, that's when they had to claim. Yeah. And so
because they passed the statute of limitations already,
right.
and in order and they passed this law that allowed old suits to be filed, so you had a deadline in order to do it.
Right. So what do y'all think about that as men, as Black men? Because y'all done named Jamie. Who else?
Yeah,
Cuba
man.
Gooden Jr.
Oh, what's his face?
Well, Cuba did it. Cuba did that. Let's
Oh,
not add him. Cuba did it.
Cuba did
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Ain't nobody confused about what
gotta start
you
showing.
know what I'm saying?
You gotta start showing.
Yeah, Cuba almost 60, and he's still breakdancing in the club. You know Cuba is. He's a wild boy. You know about Cuba.
But nothing was filed
I
against
think so.
Aaron, right?
Aaron Hall?
Yeah, nothing was filed against him, right? So
No,
far.
they just showed the video of him talking
Right.
real freaky, like about stuff.
Reckless.
But no, nothing's been. Apparently, whoever he did stuff to was okay with it. So yeah. But
Yeah.
but no, I have a different take on the Diddy thing. I was hearing some of the things that he was accused of.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it is really wild. But I don't tend to think that all of the stuff that is that he was accused of on there, she was forced to do. That's just me. I don't feel like what would happen if you did not have sex? The apparent guy, the sex worker guy that he supposedly forced her to have sex with. Like, what would happen if you didn't?
Yeah.
You're an established artist at the time. You all were dating. A lot of that seemed like some freaky, celebrity stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it
JJ
seemed like
said
to
she
me.
waited because she was scared. Everyone knows how powerful he was. I mean, I agree with that. I think she was scared too, because even what's his young Jock, he gave an interview and he was saying how that Diddy wanted her to shave her head, and she did it.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if some of that stuff was like the whole freakiness or whatnot. But listen, hold y'all thoughts. We got to take a quick song break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into that. And LaRon, do you have the other video up for us as well? But when we come back, download that app, 101 TKO Radio app, because I need to know, like, what is, I don't know, y'all. It's kind of touchy, but at the same time, we got to talk about this because we just got to talk about it. So listen, 101 TKO Radio, download that app, y'all. Woo. I don't know. I may just go back home and just, I don't know. I don't know. Because I like Diddy. Now. I like Diddy. You know.
You say you took that? Is what you said?
You know he in November, baby. He was on a little short bus growing up. So, I'm just saying, I kind of feel bad for him. But, listen, 101 TKO Radio in the mailroom. We'll be right back. Hush, Laura. Bye.
What I know about courage.
And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. That's one of my favorite versions with Chris Brown this Christmas. They got like 1,000,001 versions, but This Christmas by Chris Brown is that's my favorite. I don't know. It always like this version. His one of his versions. Donny Hathaway,
I still love that Donny Hathaway one.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I love Donny Hathaway's version of course. Yeah, but his, Chris Brown for the newbies.
It's good. It's good.
So, and this song always puts me in that like little romantic mood for Christmas. I don't know why.
The Christmas song is
The Temptation. I think that's on the song list, on one of the song lists. You cannot have Christmas without the Temptations. I don't care how old you are.
Oh,
that one.
One small note: this Christmas was written by a postal worker out of Chicago.
Really?
A lady. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of people think Donny Hathaway wrote it. No, a lady who was a postal worker out of Chicago wrote it.
Wow.
And he recorded it.
Oh wow! I wonder if she's still getting royalties in her family. I wonder if they're still getting royalties.
Oh, she got broke off. She got broke off good.
Okay, that's good. I hope so, because that song stayed in rotation all across the world. And a lot of people have have remade it. So listen, we are back in the studio live, 101 TKO Radio. I'm your girl, Coach TaShon. And again, the mailroom is being sponsored by Swag Her Magazine, Privy Stone Crest Mall, and TLC Coaching. Listen, we're talking about this thing with Diddy, Aaron, and Jamie. Now, I hadn't heard too much more about Jamie Foxx's lawsuit, but it's been now with Diddy and Aaron Hall, and I think they're digging more into it. So, and when I saw the video with Aaron Hall talking his mess, now I'm like, yeah, he did that. Like his lyrics, his lyrics was like,
yeah, you did that. Stop.
Yeah, like
I'm like R&B right there.
What'd you say, Mark?
He's R&B. I said that's 90s R&B right there. They was telling you what they was gonna do, how they was gonna do it.
Yeah.
Who saw or who knew?
And so now I'm looking at us like. So what were we listening to? We were just dancing?
Yeah, we were just dancing. They was telling you the crowd that they were doing.
Yeah, backstage, underage.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Adolescents, how you doing? They invited themselves.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I never listened to that song. Yeah, like
seems like you're ready, man. Listen.
Yeah.
Seems like you're ready. Yeah, like when you start looking at that.
Or even you may be young, but you're ready.
Yeah.
You're not a little girl, you're a woman.
Yeah, every song you heard, man.
60s and 70s.
Yeah, because Aretha Franklin was talking about sex and all of that in her songs, and Betty Wright. When they were talking about the woman to woman. Shoot, that her man was cheating. So
exactly.
That was the ultimate clapback song. Can't nobody do it like Shirley Betty right there. Listen, Shirley, the clothes on his back, I bought them. So what you gonna do? The car that he driving, I bought that. Now what? So that is my question. Like, what were we listening to? Like, did we ignore these lyrics? And because Aaron Hall literally told us what he was doing, and in the video he's joking about it. So, what you say, Nelson? What you got?
I don't think we ignored it. I don't think we ignored it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just during that time, it was almost like socially acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like we cringe of that because that's just how society accepted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So until now, I mean, if you think about it, if you even go way back when older guys were marrying younger ladies, you know what I'm saying? So that was just the norm until as society grew, they was like, no, that ain't right. So I think now we in that stage now listening to the music, like, whoa.
Right. That is true, because when I think about I know I'm telling my business, but it's okay. My dad was 5 years older than my mom, right? So one day, me and my brothers and my sister, it was so funny, y'all. We stupid. We sat around, and then one of my brothers like, yo, dad was 5 years older than mine. Ain't nobody gonna question that. I said, listen, boy, don't you start that mess. Don't you start it. Don't you start it.
I gotta play the advocate. Do we have to be the exact same age? I ain't talking about going like, I'm 50 and then I'm dating somebody that's 20. No, I'm talking about, 5, 6 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
Do we have to date in our age?
And I don't think we do, but I think, like Nelson said, we didn't really think about it. We really didn't. Mark, what you say? Your mic? Can you hear us, Mark? Oh no, who was that? You talking about?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, but when you start thinking about that kind of stuff, it was socially accepted when we were listening to that music, because those lyrics, like R. Kelly, like the lyrics, he was telling us what he was doing with the young girls, and we were just dancing and rocking, and that's the song that me and my boyfriend.
If I heard Nelson right, basically, it wasn't that we was ignoring it. It was pretty much a lot of the men and the boys were wanting to do exactly what they were doing or talking about. So it was almost, they doing it, we can do it.
Well, no, I think, but I don't think it was like.
Let's also.
Hold on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't think it was like, we want to do it to younger women. You know what I'm saying? It was more the songs that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna do that to my lady or something like that. So it wasn't like, I don't think people was thinking like, I'm gonna do this to a younger girl.
Yeah. And also we have to look at the writers, because a lot of these artists didn't write their music. They had writers. Right. So, and then they chose the artists to portray these songs. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that's what I was meaning. Which also, again, the word spoke for it. And so you got a lot of these little pretty old men.
Well, no, they wasn't. Not necessarily.
Some of them were old, because some of the writers were young, and some of the writers were the same age as the artists and stuff. But I was just saying, like in Diddy, in like this other video, which is 2 minutes, talking to Kimora Simpson is talking about how groomed her, and how she saw Diddy grooming other younger girls as well.
Mm-hmm.
But they did a lot of that in the industry.
Yeah, and they still do that. Well, your boy Uncle Luke, see, that's why I like Luke. Luke got on there and said grooming. He said, no, all of mine knew exactly what they were doing. He made them sign them NDAs. See, that's where a lot of folks messed up at. Uncle Luke said it, and he used to say it back then. That's why it was free for them girls to be like, oh, I did what Luke, and he had no problem. I'm pretty sure he probably had a few that was like want to sue him or whatever. But he said, I had clear. They knew what they were doing. I knew what I wanted them to do. And he says a lot of that stuff where they try to trick you. He said, but I made that clear, because your brand is about sets and all of that. You're gonna take some hits. And if you don't have them NDAs and all that stuff signed. Mark, what were you gonna say?
That's why I have an issue with the term grooming, right? Mm-hmm. Because let's keep it a buck. Back in the 90s, it wasn't just older guys who were sitting there trying to, talk to younger girls. It was younger girls who felt like guys their age was too young for them, and they wanted to get with old guys because they felt like they were more mature. But in their mind, they're thinking they're more mature because they're not walking around thinking about sex all the time.
Right.
Where we just coming in our hormones and that's all we thinking about. When the truth is, the older guys that they think are more mature, they're just older, thinking the same stuff. But the climate was different. Like you could, and again, I'm not an excuse for sexual assault or anything like that. I'm just describing what the climate was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Right? We listened to songs that was telling us that girl says no, she really means yes. You had girls who were telling you, hey, I need you to work for it a little bit. Don't if I say no, try and convince me or something.
It was in songs and stuff like that. And so boys who are learning, who didn't have a father figure or something like that, to teach them how you're supposed to be sexually towards a girl, you're learning it from that stuff.
Yeah.
So when you listen to Poison and when you listen to, what was the Keith Sweat? So I can't remember the name of the song. But when you listen to those songs, you're like, oh, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be if I'm entering into that realm. And you had girls who were dancing to it as if you were accepting of it also. But that it was a different climate. We can't judge how society was back then to where it is now, where we're evolved and we understand that just because she's saying okay doesn't mean that she really means it's okay. She may be feeling intimidated or something like that. We know that now.
Right.
But that's not what time it was back then.
Right. Listen, let me play this video real quick, and then we're gonna go into another music break, and we'll come back. We're gonna finish this conversation.
Very young, probably too young, bride. So I had these kids very early.
Sean Diddy Combs allegedly threatened to hit Kimora Lee Simmons, who was pregnant at the time.
They told me they couldn't go after Puff, but they could go after Russell Simmons. Those people knew that Russell Simmons was on a chopping block and something was going on.
Kimora Lee Simmons has broken her silence on growing allegations about Diddy being involved in trafficking alongside other high-profile industry men, and she allegedly believes her ex-husband, Russell Simmons, is one of them. In 2017, multiple women accused Russell of SA, with the youngest alleged victim being just 17. And then, months later, Russell moved to Indonesia, a country that doesn't have any extradition treaty with the U.S. Now, as you all know by now, Diddy's ex, Cassie, accused Diddy of trafficking, SA, and DV in a bombshell lawsuit, which he then settled in record time, probably to avoid the discovery phase in trial. So after Cassie's story blew up, a lot of people pointed out that it sounded very similar to what Kimora Lee went through with Russell Simmons. See, Russell was 35 when he met Kimora, who was 15 or 16, while Diddy was 37 when he allegedly started grooming 19-year-old Cassie. Kimora also accused Russell earlier this year of mistreating her and their two daughters, and one of the daughters provided receipts to show Russell as a dangerous and violent man. And then when you add all this to the fact that Kimora was a close friend of Diddy's late girlfriend, Kim Porter, it really makes you wonder how deep this rabbit hole goes. So now that Kimora is speaking out on Cassie's lawsuit, will this get the ball rolling to expose all these alleged traffickers in the music industry? And could this also lead to Kim Porter's case being reopened? Let's break it down.
Happy birthday. Listen.
When it rains, it pours.
Yes. Listen. We're gonna come back because
I just wanted to add something now, and what about has anything ever come up about young men being over?
Yes, somebody came out about Mary J. Blige. What's his name?
We'll come back.
I got. What's his name? Baby or something. Yeah. So. Listen, stay connected to 101 TKO Radio in the mail room, y'all. I don't know what's going on, black men. What's going on? Like, seriously, what's going on? Stay connected. Stay tuned to 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. We'll be right back.
Tom is going to take you for
And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio. It's your girl, Coach TaShon. That was Lady by D'Angelo. Woo! That was my song. That was my song.
You know, he did his girlfriend wrong.
I don't know what he did, but that was my song.
Yeah, he meant that.
And Stone
got locked up and got fat.
You know what? You know what?
Off the commissary. Commissary was slapping, boy.
Listen, y'all are blowing up this chat. Y'all are blowing it up. I got to go back and read some of these comments. But listen, 101 TKO Radio, make sure you have downloaded that app so you can hear the music and all. And go ahead and subscribe over onto 101 TKO Radio. You can talk to us on a fan wall and so much more. And let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you want to talk about and so forth. But listen, I'm going to do these quick business shout outs. Thank you to these businesses who are supporting the $10 business shout outs. And again, if you want your business shouted out, DM us at the mailroom 7671. Women Are Dope by I Am Chelsea Speaks. Nina Renee, trademark lawyer. The Sofa Pillow Talk, Lady Luxury Designs, and Hair by Tatiana. She is responsible for my do, y'all. For my do. Woo! You know, black girl in her braids, you can't tell us nothing. So thank you so much. And
the hair from the back side right now.
No, we don't pull hair. We're not pulling hair. Because if you mess around, he mess around and pull out a braid, it's gonna be on and popping.
Woo! Shut down.
He tried it.
Wait.
He tried it.
Okay, it's a
He tried it. When I had my short style, that's one reason why he be mad when I have my short style. He be like trying to rub. I'm like, don't you like I do. When I get my hair done, you ain't touching it. You better find some other way to do. You ain't touching my hair now.
I don't even touch my wife.
No, you ain't touching the hair.
I'm gonna get slapped.
There you go. You ain't touching the hair. I be like, yes, but you don't touch. Block.
Coming with a new style, baby. My fingerprints all in that.
I be doing the Diddy when I be doing the Diddy and the Mary J when I be no.
I wait until she gotta go and get it done.
Exactly. You wait till that hair appointment. And see, Johnny, see that wind in there? No, see. Hold around and grip my head if you want to. See. Oh, you know what? He chiming in talking about, you know what? Hush. He talking about she don't even like that. Shut up, Chef. Chef is, you know what? He over here chiming in. Listen. You know. Listen.
I'm looking for my shrimp, bro.
Listen. You know not to touch the hair. Look, unless it's close to hair day. Then you can touch it. You mess up my hair, that's another story.
Close to hair day, I'm taking it out.
Oh. You know what?
I'm trying to help you.
See, that's the reason why us women don't like y'all doing it. So y'all too rough with the stuff. Pull out a braid, you know. So listen. Juddy, you really gonna look. You know, if you hold it out
in the chair for 2 hours while they take the braid out, we can help you.
Hey,
you know what?
I'm a little stressed, baby. Hold on.
Ain't pulling out the hair. Y'all be too rough with the hair. Listen. No, don't touch the hair. So listen, y'all, welcome back to 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. We are chopping it up with my friends with DJ E Smooth, Mark B, DJ Johnny Prince, Mr. Takeover, and Nelson on the ones and twos. Thank y'all so much. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for black men. Woo! You know, I love me some black men. I love me some black men. Y'all are the bomb.com. So listen, we talking about this whole black man, what's going on with y'all, what is going on. And I really, again, we ain't gossiping. we just trying to get some understanding, because this is a everyday, believe it or not, this stuff is actually happening every day, you know. And I think with Diddy, them by being in the spotlight, these are behaviors that sometimes we've overlooked, and then we overlook in our relationships, in our families and so forth, you know. And a lot of times women don't come forth, and I know people will be like, well, why don't they come forth when it happens? Let me tell you, as a I don't like to say a survivor, but as a person who has experienced sexual assault and rape and whatnot, it's not easy to come forward, you know. And a lot of times these women, they are scared, you know. You are scared to say anything because you know the power of a man, and sometimes that overshadows what you think. You really do try to think about. You're not thinking about the other person in the sense of, oh, I care or whatnot, but you don't know what the backlash is going to be. So a lot of times the women don't come forth until decades later because they, you know, gain some type of courage and whatnot. And then you do have those women who are, their motive is to get money. Because let's be honest, there are some that you knew what you were doing when you went to that hotel room. You knew, you know, just like some of the women in the R. Kelly case, you knew what was going to go down when you go into a hotel room by yourself and you ain't talking about music or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So some of these girls do know what they're doing. Some of these women do know what they're doing. And it makes it harder for the women who actually went through or, you know, don't know, you know. So as Black men, how do you really, because some of y'all have daughters, how do you really feel about Diddy and Aaron and all of these men that's coming out with this stuff in the climate that we're in today?
Well, let me add to what you were just stating about women being scared. I'm a survivor myself, and when you hear stuff like Diddy may have been groomed allegedly himself by the industry when he was younger, it's almost like a son seeing his dad beat his mom. Not all the time. You may find that child being older and doing the same thing with the women that he's with. And you're right. Whereas I didn't believe this as a man, and until it happened to me, that I always wondered why couldn't they scream, kick, and run or do something until I was put in that situation myself. You become paralyzed, you get scared, and then being a man having something like that happen to them, who you gonna tell? Because now you're looking at society, you're gonna look at you as a wimp, it's just basically just tearing you down. So any of those boys that may have, because you know they're allegedly saying Justin Bieber, Usher was a victim, but they're not going to come out because unless something seriously happens, because they're men. You know, what man is going to want to come out and say that? And I had to do that when I came to my folks to let them know what happened to me. So it can be very devastating. And I think sometimes due to the fact that the world tells us that our hormones are high and that we are hunters and that we should go out and seek women the way that we should, I think that gives certain men excuses to be violent.
I never did like it never sat well with me when Usher's mom said, when Usher first came out, that she sent him to live with Diddy and to learn the industry. I don't know if y'all remember that. Right. And that never sat well with me back then when Usher first came out and the whole thing. And I always thought it was something different. But I don't see Usher coming out against Diddy in no time soon. I don't see
because he's part of the machine.
Yeah.
I always say you have too much. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
They're holding money over. You got stuff where if you tell on me, I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what they did with Diddy. Again, it doesn't give him an excuse to do anything to anybody else the way that they did to him. But I can mess up your whole career. So you finna take this.
Well, and then a lot of the folks, what is it, Danity Kane? They said they tried to tell us back then when he was doing the what was the show? What was his reality show? Making the band. Yeah. Making the band.
Making the band.
Yeah, a lot of them try to tell us, you have that power. JJ said Usher is waiting to write a book. I don't know, JJ. You think he's gonna tell it in the book?
Well, no, fuck no.
I don't know if Usher would do.
What you say, Mark?
Yeah, I don't know if Usher would do, because Usher's thing is his brand is like he's been more of a manly boy, like sexually, from early age. Like he was talking about love songs and stuff like that from early on.
Yeah.
It didn't sit well with me. His mom sending him with Diddy. The same way, like I say this all the time, and I got into it with folks about whether it's this, whether it's R. Kelly, whether it's Bill Cosby. Everybody wasn't a victim.
Right.
There were victims.
Right.
But everybody wasn't a victim. Some people were honest.
Yeah.
Because when you know what this person does, and when you heard the rumors and stuff like that, and you still choose to engage, you're engaging because you see a benefit. Yeah. At the end of it. So everybody, that's what the hard part is trying to determine who the victims were and who the opportunists were.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to figure out and this isn't excusing, P-Gate with R. Kelly or you know what I'm saying, anything Mr. Pop Perk. Mr. Pop Perk with Cosby.
P-Gate.
It's not excusing that stuff.
Right.
But if you know that R. Kelly got a weak bladder when women come around, then why are you sending your daughter over there? You know
Exactly. That's why I didn't understand when that segment. I don't know if y'all remember seeing this on the Lifetime with the whole R. Kelly thing and the two parents who were screaming, "I want my daughter in the building." I'm like, first of all, if this was really real for you, if you really were trying to get your daughter, ain't nothing gonna hold me back between nothing.
Stop me from being in there.
First of all, the building would be burnt down. Okay. So that lets you know right there. No, the money ran out for y'all, and now you want to scream rape and all this kind of stuff. And that's why, and that's why I'm like, what are we out to crucify our black man? Somebody said P-Gate. So it's like, are we really out here? Are we excusing it? Are we? And it is hard to decipher. Like I said, some of them were not victims. You can clearly see that. One thing I do have to say, I can respect Candy and Todd. They let you know that they deal in open relationships and have third party sex and all that kind of stuff. But what they also let you know, and with T.I. them as well, they have them NDAs. Because remember, that girl they tried to come out against T.I. and Tiny them because she wanted some money based on. Exactly. Exactly. That if you're gonna do this kind of stuff, you know what is gonna happen. You don't have that stuff in writing. You don't have an agreement. You got to pick and choose these folks. Or what it's a lot to decipher from all of that. But it's I don't know, this whole grooming stuff and all of that. But it's not Go ahead, Mark.
That's why I'm mindful of the grooming term, right?
Yeah.
Because yes, there are dudes, like if you come into the industry, you come into Diddy and you like, I really want to sing and I really want to get on. And he's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, come on in here and we'll get you on Bad Boy. We got to do some artist development. Take your clothes off. Like if that's what happened, okay, he's grooming this girl.
Right.
But if this girl's like, I see all these cars, I see all this money. Let me, let one of my boobs pop out on accident. Oops.
Right.
Sorry, Diddy. Can you put that back there from me?
Right.
If that's what's going on, she's not a victim.
Right.
She's an opportunist.
Exactly.
Same thing with a guy. Like it's touchy when we were talking about Mary J. Blige. It's touchy because again, a boy at 15 is at the height of his hormones. I want to take down every good-looking teacher.
That's what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I take all of them down.
See,
but
Mark,
my mind was underdeveloped at the time.
Right. Hold that thought because me and Nelson were just talking about that with this whole Danny Boy situation and Mary J. Hold that thought, you guys. When we come back, we're going to talk about that because is there a double standard? Because you do have a lot of women who are, quote unquote, grooming the young male artists. Is that acceptable? Is it a double standard? What's really going on? So listen, stay connected to 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. We'll be back. What you say, Will and Jada? Cena. Listen. That entanglement. Woo, child. Listen. All this mess that's going on. I'm just sipping Momentine. Yeah. He was literally in his feelings. He went and told. Listen, we'll be right back live on 101 TKO Radio in the mail room.
What grows in the forest?
And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. That was Slave Ride by TLC, one of the OGs of Atlanta. That was my group. TLC. Man, listen, we are talking about this whole today, what's going on, Black man, what's going on. And again, it's not every Black man but things are happening to these celebrity Black men that's coming on out. I'm not surprised, though. I'm really not surprised. I think a lot of people are surprised because, again, we never, we don't know these people. We just know them as the artists and what they've been groomed to show us in the public eye, But behind the scenes, we don't know these people unless you really know them, being friends with them. And nobody I know in my group, my circle, know these people. So, so when this stuff comes out, we're like, oh, he didn't do that or whatnot. How you know? We don't know about those industry parties. Go ahead, Johnny. Mm-hmm.
Y'all from Brooklyn.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
you're from Brooklyn.
Johnny,
Early Puff.
Yeah.
About when he was at Uptown, 90, 89, 90. Mm. We heard the story. Puff used to own a house down Madison somewhere. And we heard the story. We heard the story.
Yeah.
So, earlier, of course, it was hard to believe because, this is Puff,
Right.
But as the year go on, we hearing similar stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Puffy house, I'm finding all types of different types of toys, or I open the door and he was naked. Like we're hearing these stories over the years.
Yeah.
The same as Mary. Let me tell you something about Mary.
Oh, wow.
Let me tell you, Mary. The same thing with Mary. Like we heard the stories. So over the years now, it's like, wow, they were true. Like these people were wild.
Yeah.
Now we don't know the specifics of whatever was, what they were being accused of, but there has to be some sort of validity because we keep hearing the
same stories, right?
From different people.
Yeah.
So it's like it has to be some sort of validity to this.
Yeah.
The girl, it's another one, Mariah.
No, you better not say nothing about Mariah. You better not.
Mariah, go back like
Mariah used to be in Marcy. When Clue used to bring Mariah out in Marcy. Down at Bed-Stuy.
Mariah was in Marcy Projects?
Look.
Not Mariah Carey.
Wow.
I can't. This is a family show, so I can't say
what I fantasy.
Right? But
boy, Nick was lucky.
She turned Nick out.
We don't know what he was thinking.
She turned Nick out. That was.
Yeah, because if you see Nick Cannon's first movie when he was the pool boy, now you see him now, boy. Yeah.
Different.
Right.
But no, with Puff though, there was an interview I was watching where Cameron was talking about, him and Mace known each other since they were like in junior high school or whatever. And Cam said that he was over, like Mace used to live with you.
Yeah.
With back when he first started. He said he went over there and he sees this fake strong, this dildo or whatever in the sink or whatever. And Cam was like, yo, what's going on? He said Mace was like, yeah, that's Diddy's thing. Now I don't know what he doing with it or whatever.
Wow. But didn't Mace fall out with Diddy a few years back? They had the argument about the money or something like that? Yeah.
Over public. He wouldn't give him his masters.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a cover. It was Puff. Mason saw too much. He's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get out of here.
He became a Christian.
This is not for me.
Yeah. Made him run back to the church.
Yeah.
So he had to get about. He had to get about it. The publishing and master order. That was just the reason. Mace was just literally afraid.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Yeah.
Orlando Brown and Jaguar too, though.
Yeah, I was
crazy.
Yeah, they're not. I was just telling Nelson, though that industry messed up Orlando, and I feel so bad for. I keep him in prayer because y'all remember we were just talking about this. The Corey Feldman and all of them. They've been screaming out about this stuff. Yeah, they've been screaming out about this stuff, and it's been the guys that's been doing this. And then vice versa. We don't know what women they've been sending into these young boys and so forth and turn them out. And so now they're screaming out and now they're making, it's like, they're not crazy. They're not crazy. I've always believed Orlando. I'm like, something happened to that baby. Like, and nobody's there to believe him because I'm pretty sure they've threatened him. So just like Corey, if you notice, he's been blackballed ever since he came out about this stuff, and he can't be free. So that's why I'm like, it got to be some truth to this stuff. Bow Wow, if you look at Bow Wow, and all of them, like, I don't know what's going on with Bow Wow, but I don't know if JD them were in that crew or whatnot, but
they were.
But I don't know what JD. I don't.
It's the room.
Yeah, the rooms. Yeah.
Might not have been as deep as Puffy them, but they all those in.
Tread lightly. I don't know about the JD and the Atlanta crew. Now we ain't
You're not going to get your money. That money you're not going to get this certain level without being in the room.
So they always had elevation rooms.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
JD always seemed like, I think because JD's daddy was in the industry.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, if you come in from nothing but not being in the industry and then getting into the industry, you're probably more susceptible to, they doing all this freaky stuff. Let me open this door over here. Ooh, they doing all. But when your pops or your mom's been in the industry already, and you've already seen cats get wild out there,
right?
So JD always seemed like he's a little, and I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Number one, I don't know him. Number two, I ain't even from Atlanta, so
right.
I don't know. But he always he was a little
stable. Yeah,
we never
better off.
Nothing about Whitney because she came up in it under.
You were just saying that. Nelson we were just talking about that.
We knew Whitney been doing a thing from teenagers. She been on that drug from young.
Yeah. So what I was telling TaShon earlier, a lot of this was from.
Hold on, LaRon. Nelson was. Hold on.
What I was telling TaShon earlier was a lot of for like Whitney Houston. That was Clive Davis, darling.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, what Puff going through, you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Puff was like associated with Clive Davis, and you know what I'm saying. In my opinion, I think, you know what I'm saying, not claiming him as a victim, but if he grew up in that and see, hey, this is how we move in this industry. This is what we do. And then right, and so then Puff was like, okay, hey, this is how how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and then and some of these artists that's like Orlando Brown or whatever, because somebody who was that I know that was in the industry, he was saying he went to like when you go to these events or what or like mansion party, you got to think about it because. Think about it like this. You know how the ladies they be coming out with the champagne glass and you just sip it. He told me like those type of things. He said when he went one time, he'll go again because they drug those things. And so you going in there trustworthy, drinking it, and some of these people are passing out, and then they take photos of them in compromising position.
Right.
And then from there, you know what I'm saying?
Over the
You're right.
Wow. Listen.
That even happened like back in the days when you used to order your drink, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bar.
Right.
Something in your drink.
Yeah.
They bring it to you.
Yeah.
That's why every time I went into a club, I always had me a bottle.
Listen, I never kept my drink. Exactly. Listen, stay connected. We got to take another music break. When we come back, we're going to continue this talk because it is a lot to it. It's a lot more than we really know. And again, we're not here to gossip. We are talking about what's really going on because if you think about it, the fellas made some good points. If it was done to them, then what do you really think they're going to keep the cycle going? So it's like we're going to have to get back, not excusing Diddy and the rest of the crew, but now we need to really go back and say, where's this coming from? Where's this start? Because it didn't just start with them in doing this mess. It didn't just start with them. So who's really at the top of this pyramid and who's doing this and why? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's gonna be open. That's right. We ain't gonna open too much of it because but you know, and again, we do have to look at the stuff because again, as black men, we're crucifying our black men. R. Kelly and all of them, we are crucifying them, but are actually getting to the top of this thing? So listen.
That's a question that I did want to ask.
Yeah.
Do we cancel Diddy now?
That's my next question. Well, listen, stay connected to 101 TKO Radio and the mailroom. When we come back, let's answer that live right here on 101 TKO Radio.
If I could be you,
And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. That was Twisted with Keith Sweat. Now, we ain't had no issue with Keith Sweat, have it? Keith ain't been in no mess. I think his was more like money. Right.
He know how to sign them NBA.
Right. Yeah.
Like, Keith Sweat was like a stockbroker.
Okay.
So he was smart guy. So he was doing his stockbroker stuff and doing his music at the same time.
He was selling the hell of a lot of stock with that voice, though.
Look. He's like, go ahead and sign this paperwork, baby. Go ahead and sign this paperwork, and then we go ahead and do it.
See, because you look at some of the artists that you like, they haven't been in trouble, and you just kind of figure out like what was the difference because you're in this music industry, you're in this industry. But again, I always say what Samuel L. Jackson and Denzel Washington would say: take your butt home from these parties. Go home.
Listen, we know there was a culture. This would go back to the 50s, James Brown, and it goes that far back.
Right.
What about James Brown on the show? Can we get into James Brown?
We can get into
James Brown now.
Listen, we can get into Quincy.
James was wild.
Look, Quincy. Nobody's gonna say his name.
Ain't nobody talking about Quincy neither. Quincy don't say.
See, this is what I'm saying. See, and see what's happening.
Barry Gordy.
That's another one. Why you think he's still alive? Come on.
Yeah.
There's a culture for this. And it just so happened, Puff. This is what I'm thinking. Puff happened to make it to almost to the elite to the top. And
Mogul stack.
Exactly. And he got carried away. He lost himself. Came down here and dingled with the regular folk, and now he jammed himself up. You know what I'm saying? When he's supposed to stay in them rooms. Well, they stay in them rooms.
Yeah.
They kicked them out.
They try to bring it on the outside.
Exactly.
Once they try to go up, they get rid of you.
Exactly.
So he's having to mingle with us.
So he wasn't trying to buy NBC Studios?
Oh.
Perfect.
Probably. That's probably what it was.
He wasn't trying to buy one of them studios, networks. Because I'm waiting for that narrative to come out. Like, you know how black folks be like, well, he was trying to buy it. No, he wasn't trying to buy no doggone studio.
Just like I just commented, you can look at their situation kind of like how Trump finagled people and all his employees. Hey, let me talk to you. You know, if you open this business up for me, it not only will make you some money, and he know that business ain't gonna go right. And the authorities gonna find out he's doing something he ain't got no business doing. But guess what? It's out of his hand because his name ain't on.
Right, but I'll give you this $100,000 for you to start your business.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly what me in the industry.
And once I get my money back and my profit, you're out. I don't care no more. You do what you want to do.
So
Puff is the smoke. Because we're not talking about Epstein.
That's what it is. Epstein. Yeah. Epstein. Yeah.
Nobody never talked about that.
No. We were just saying that Epstein, but Epstein, I don't think he dead. You know, he's supposedly, he ain't dead. He supposedly committed suicide.
He on the island with Tupac somewhere.
Hey, so I'm glad y'all brought that up. You do know the reason why, even though I'm kind of glad Suge didn't make that move, because he probably would have still been doing the same thing. But they was trying to stop Suge from being the first black publisher.
Because he wasn't with that stuff. This is
Marion was a gangster and
associate me with the people.
Marion was
I'm making my own. This is my own here.
And that's what he was trying to do. You got to think about it though. He would have been a threat to the
exactly
if he would have become the first black publisher.
Look where he at now. Where he at now?
And he's releasing albums. That's a lot of money.
Well, you know, just like Dre and Cube them, they went in them offices and tore them up. They ain't mess with Cube. Then see that's how that East Coast, West Coast. See, we gangster like that. We ain't let nobody outdo. See, y'all ain't know how to go in there and tear them offices up. Y'all ain't coming there with no bats. Y'all just laid down. Them East Coast folks just laid down. See, Cube them was like, nah, bruh. You know, Cube them and they went to tear them offices up.
He did. He came. He had a bat, I think.
Yeah.
What they said. But the thing is, when you reach a certain level of affluence, right? Mm-hmm. That's when the stuff that's on the inside of you starts coming out. Yeah. Because maybe you was just a little bit freaky, but you kept it to yourself because you was on the grind trying to make your money and stuff like that. Then you get into these rooms where other folks is freaky too, and you're like, oh. Exactly. So we can do this whole Caligula thing going on. Yeah, but they got long money. Yeah, right? Yeah. So you got your new money, and they got their long money. Yeah. So when somebody starts like leaking, telling stories and stuff like that, them stories gonna go on you. They ain't gonna go on the cats that got the long money. Right. The long money cats, they own all of the media sites. Yeah. They publish all those different things. Yep. So. But you don't own it. All you are is just a little shiny little dangling right now that you just got your money, so you just happy to be in the room. Right. You're the ones who built the room.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't own nothing. He just happened to be almost a billionaire, but he didn't own anything to keep him secretive or keep him not being seen.
Yeah. They're about to be a $1 now.
Yeah. Exactly.
This money doesn't go away because all that little money that he done stacked up, lawyer fees.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything.
He gonna start talking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, there's gonna be a whole lot more names, a whole lot more gonna come out of this.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I do have another video that we don't. I'm not gonna put up for y'all to play because I think it's too long. But you have somebody interviewing Fat Joe. And Fat Joe sitting up there saying exactly what you just said. Oh man, we always thought Puff Daddy was kind of shady, at the party and stuff. Man, you was sitting up there doing the same thing that they were doing. Now that he getting caught, you sitting up there trying to separate the stuff from him.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
The Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club had Diddy on there, and they played back.
Yeah.
Of stuff that he was saying, and he in the party talking about, "Oh yeah, Daddy, I like you with." Hold on.
He said that was me.
Yeah, he was like, I was drunk.
I need all the New York guys.
Was that when he had the
I need all y'all to answer for I need y'all to explain what's going on.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, Daddy, I like it when you do stuff like that.
But when you looked at that video, the original video, Fab, he had that look like, what in the hell?
He was scared.
But you think he was scared, or he really was like shocked? Like, is he sitting there asking me?
Yeah.
Because he was like, we ain't never party, and he emphasized party. Like, I'm like, dang, dude, you want to party with a guy like that? Yeah, and Fab was looking. His expression was like.
Did y'all ever see the pictures that surface with Puffy and all the rappers? They go to this white party. White guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just nothing but guys in this whole party. Or excuse me.
Yeah.
There's nothing but guys in this whole party.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a scary.
I mean, I'm coming out.
Yeah.
William said it. What are y'all doing? You saw how that blackball him.
Yeah. Cat Williams. Yeah.
When he came out and did that,
because Cat said, I don't know.
They blackballed him for a good bit.
Yeah. Well, think about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was fighting against the industry. It may not have been the sets, but he's like, listen, y'all not about to use me and spit me out and whatnot. I know what y'all are doing. Like, I think that it goes so much deeper, and you do have to be ballsy, and you do have to stand on your morals and values and say, listen, I'm not going down this road with y'all. This is not who I am, and I don't need y'all's money. I think that's where it comes down to. Like, I have enough confidence in myself and what I believe in. I'm not about to roll around in this hay with y'all because I know what will happen. I'm going to be the one that's going to be caught red-handed, and y'all going to be scot-free. I'm not going to do that. So
I'm gonna say this, and I'm a probably enemies, but I feel that we tend to think all white money is good money.
That's what we were taught.
Black men.
Yes,
black
that's
men.
what I mean. Yeah, black men, we think all white money is good money. I'm gonna sit up here and throw Oprah up under the bus too.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Yes, I am.
No, you ain't.
He was on the
Oprah said she's out of the woodwork. She said she's out of the fire.
Mic cut off. You better not say nothing bad about my Oprah.
This show about to get ready to get canceled.
It's gonna get canceled.
Like Oprah groomed me.
Yeah. Now if they come out and say Oprah groomed somebody. Woo, if y'all say something about my Oprah.
No, she's tied up in that same money. Said she can only say certain things. She can be part of certain stuff. And we on the outside looking at her proud.
Yeah.
Person. Oh, she has her own money. Her money is tied up the same way.
Yeah. So do you think Tyler Perry caught up in that too?
Oh yes.
Really?
You know what? Like,
because you can't say certain stuff because you're too scared that they're gonna take your commercial money from you. You tired?
Well, I think I think there's a responsibility on what you can say, and it's the same way with.
Well, no, I'm just saying because you got to think about what they're at. Their ability to sit up here and do and speak up and say certain stuff about the community during certain things, and I understand certain people don't want to be a part of certain stuff just because of themselves, but they can't. She can't say certain things, or he can't because they're going to say snip.
So I'm careful not. I'm careful not to even. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, right?
Yeah.
But I do watch what folks is doing and how they moving.
Yeah.
So, like, I look at there's a difference between like the Tyler Perry and the Oprah type of situation where they dealing with some long money.
Yeah.
They dealing with some old money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it's different with like Diddy and with like Jamie Foxx and stuff like that, because when as a man, right?
Yeah.
When I was a boy, when I was young, if I had access to women and money and like all the glitzy stuff, I would be wild.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So I would have tried to took down every chick that I could take down.
Yeah.
I would have like tried to buy every car. You telling me I can go in a room and there's 5 chicks in there and they're just for me?
Yeah.
I'll be back and I'll go and I'll be in there handling my business, right?
Right.
Now, do I know whether 2 of those girls were forced to be in there or not? I don't know. If I go in there and maybe this is the 3rd time that I've had this happen, am I checking to see whether every girl is okay?
Yeah.
That's in there now. I'm in there. You know what you're here for.
Yeah.
You know Now, am I a predator at that point? Maybe. You know.
Hold that thought, Mark. Hold that thought. That's a good question. Are you a predator or not at that point? Listen, we're going to take a quick music break and come back. Let's answer that question. Are these black men, will they be considered a predator or not? Like, you don't know. So listen, stay connected to 101 TKO Radio in the mail room. We'll be right back.
I was in the middle of the Atlanta
And we are back live in the studio, 101 TKO Radio. LeBron got our business shout outs. You're muted. You're muted.
Unmute yourself.
Hey, you know what, Edward, man, you rubbing off on me, man.
See?
Other businesses that are taking advantage of our shout outs on the mail room is
Latressa.
Crawford. Latressa.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Miss Tressa. Our executive life coach, the Plush Lab, the Power Experience, I Can Eat a Mess, and our very own DJ Johnny Prince.
Let's go, baby.
And again, if you want your business shout outs, we have a few packages. Take advantage of them, you guys. Take advantage. I'm not sharing out. My crew ain't posting and reposting your business and shouting it out. No. Get with us on our IG at the mailroom 7671, or you can visit me at IamTrinetteLCollier.com. We ain't doing that for the 24. We ain't doing that no more in the 2024. I'm trying to tell y'all, we're not doing that.
I tell y'all, I just can't wait till 2023 to get this giant out of here.
I'm trying to figure out why 2023 came and went in just a matter of days.
Listen, right.
Next week is Christmas, you know what I'm saying?
Literally. And speaking of Latressa, let's send a special happy birthday to her. Today is her birthday. As you know, she's been a guest as a panelist of the mailroom. She is a big supporter and so forth. So happy birthday, Latressa, my brown eyed sister and coach and all of that. So happy birthday. But again, yes, if you know that you got a business and we're on a real radio show, y'all, 101 TKO Radio, we in the building of Privy Stonecrest Mall. Man, please stop playing with us. Stop playing with us. Stop playing. Listen. So make sure you get your business shouted out. I ain't reposting. I ain't resharing. I ain't doing none of that. Y'all, I'm telling y'all ain't gonna like me no more. Y'all ain't gonna like it. It's gonna be the real the Joe Collier about to come out. I done been channeling my mom and daddy them. They about to.
Hey, DJ, you can tell that she's been she done got upset for the past few years of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because this Thanksgiving, yeah.
One day,
somebody done messed up the macaroni.
Yeah, y'all done messed up November. Y'all done just disrespected my month. Come up in here. Just gave me one day, and not even a full day. Right. That's right. The mailroom. TaShon ain't playing no more. And yeah, y'all ain't gonna get this niceness no more. Y'all got how many days left? 20-some days left. Sure, y'all better get on it. Listen, we about to get into this mix, this noonday mix with DJ Ed Smooth. Noonday mix. Y'all, I'm so blessed. I got two DJs. How? Right. So listen, we're getting ready for this noonday mix. Get your dance on. Y'all ready to dance? Yeah. What we doing today, DJ? What we doing?
We're doing that Diddy mix.
We doing that. Oh snap! We doing that Diddy mix.
Back in the day. Before everybody started canceling them out.
Right. So listen, turn up your radio live on 101 TKO Radio. You better already have that app. So turn it up because we're about to get into this. DJ Ed Smooth, Noonday Mix live on 101 TKO Radio in the mailroom. Nelson, you ready? Let's go.
You're listening to
got TKO Radio in the mail room. DJ.
I'm sitting up here, man. I'm dancing in this chair. I swear for goodness, I think I done lost about 20 chair pounds.
Between you and DJ Prince, unmute yourself, DJ Prince.
Right.
Between
I lost 50 pounds, baby.
Listen, that's gonna be our challenge for 2024. Between these two DJs, yo, I'm gonna lose some weight.
That's exactly what I was talking about. The music back then, Puffy done came out with back in the 90s. Bro.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was hot. Yeah. It is. And then like now I'm thinking about like with Faith Evans and Biggie and all of them, like was it huh?
If you cancel Puffy, you got a lot of people to cancel.
Right. That's what I'm wondering. Like, how would we cancel? Like, how we can't cancel. Like we've got into this culture of canceling. Like, who gave you the authority? Are we gonna pick and choose who to cancel? Because if that's the case, we need to cancel a whole lot of actors and actresses.
Oh, yeah.
If we,
I've had a lot of clients get mad at me, but they overcame it because they had to actually listen to the music. Because I still play some R. Kelly joints.
Me too.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting ready to say.
R. Kelly joints is banging.
That's what I was going to say. If we haven't truly canceled R. Kelly, then we're not canceling Puff.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think we have to take that true stand, and when we get the facts, then we say, okay, you know what, this person, no, we need to not, and that's what they call it, selective. We select who we want to cancel. We select who we want to protest against or whatnot. Now, again, I'm not excusing R. Kelly's behavior, whatnot. What he did was wrong to some of those girls. You know what I'm saying? Not all of those girls were victims, and not all of the people in Diddy's case are victims. You knew a lot of this stuff. You knew what was going on when you went to those parties. Point blank. You knew when you got an invitation to come and hang out. You knew. And then a lot of these parents that were with their children, they knew too. You ain't that dumb to the industry because you're looking at the money. You need money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What we're not doing is when we're constantly talking about that, and I'm not calling it low level, but it's a low level when we constantly trying to crucify Cosby and Diddy and finna be Puff Daddy, but ain't nobody saying nothing about Robert's family.
Nope, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Robert's family.
Right.
Even though his brother came out and said, well, Robert came to us about this, they shot him down.
Right.
That was my thing about me being raped. Nobody really believed me at first, except for my mom and my best friend. And if it wasn't for that, I probably went crazy myself because I went through a little stage where I was conflicted because here I am, a person that was associated with gang banging and all this. How can that happen to me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when you go tell somebody that you care about and they shut you down, like, oh no, that didn't happen. What are you supposed to do?
Back then they swept it under the rug.
Yeah.
They didn't want nobody to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and they didn't want to bring shame to the family.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I say if you want to cancel Kelly, if you want to cancel Diddy, cancel your uncle.
Right.
He raped your sister.
Cancel your mom and your daddy.
Cancel your mom and your daddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they was out there while touching your little brother, your sister.
Right. 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 Yeah.
That doesn't happen in my family. That was somebody else.
No, not you.
Go get the mailroom too. Well, such and such said, but you're right. You're right. We have to.
Because I kind of put myself in a situation, and that's what's so sad about it. I put myself in that situation unknowing.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of, so you go in there for that money, where them girls going in for the money, and they think, oh, he's so cute. Oh, this R. Kelly, I'm just gonna do it. And then it ain't what you think it is.
That's true on some cases. I guess.
Yeah, not all of them. Yeah.
I think when you know that you're going into a hotel room with a grown man.
Right.
at some level, you do have to use your spidey senses. You have to understand, like, listen, something ain't right about this. I'm going into a hotel room with a grown man. We ain't talking, and especially if I'm underage or and my parents outside the room door.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Let's take it. Case in point. Let's take it back a little bit. Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you gonna go up to Mike Tyson's hotel room?
Yeah.
2:00 in the morning.
Exactly.
Play Scrabble?
Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, Scrabble. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
What you going up there?
Right. And that applies to us in real life. I knew as a woman, if I got a call after midnight, it's a booty call. If I was inviting a man over at my apartment after a certain time, I knew he wasn't coming over and we gonna read the Bible. No, we gonna do some things because that intentions are there. And sometimes we as women, we do play dumb. We do play that. And I hate that because we do get men in trouble, especially our Black men. We would get them in trouble because you knew what you were doing. And I know women are not going to like me for this, but we have to take accountability for our actions. If you're putting on certain things and you're getting all dogged up and you don't have, and your agenda is, oh, let me see what he's talking about. No, girl, you already know what he's talking about. He already indicated to you what he was saying. He ain't got to use all them cold words. Now, granted, there are some situations that you don't know that's different. But for the ones who do know, you know what you're doing. You know that you're going over to somebody's house, and you know that it's just you and him. And you know it's dark, and you know that everything else, you're not going to sit up there and watch Sesame Street, baby. You're not doing it.
If y'all get invited over to a chick's house and you got a ham sandwich sitting on the counter when you get in there, it's time to turn back around.
Right.
So you pretty much, you just telling me all my life that I got put in the friend zone because I didn't fall victim to the booty call. I didn't go over and get none. I sat and talked. So now I feel bad.
Oh, well, you especially if you sat and talked.
What's wrong with you? At 2:00 in the morning,
you especially because I wasn't talking at no 2 in the morning. I wasn't talking, and and if you wanted to talk, you had to go. I was just that type of girl. If you trying to talk,
that's why I got sent home, huh?
Yeah, you coming over here to talk. We can do this on the phone. What you want to come over here and have a conversation for? I told you what you were coming over here for. Like, I told you what you were coming over here for. What you want to talk and have a conversation? I ain't trying to get to know you.
Right.
Drop them drawers. Go and get to doing what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, playing. Y'all playing. No, you playing. What you talking like? Literally, I did have a guy like that. He wanted to come over and talk. Negro, I ain't trying to talk to you. I don't like you like that. You got something that I want. And you got something I want. That's it.
Chef, if you listening to this, you need to tell her to go back to that person.
Nah.
See, everything like
nah, you don't want that person.
This is what happens when you get older. You start to bring stuff out.
Yeah, listen, I got the next 52 years on this earth, and I ain't got time to be sugarcoated. Yep, that was me.
Go in the other room and call you. Hey, you think you can come in this room?
He'll tell me.
After 12 o'clock at night. Hey, you think
listen. I never understood that. Like, I was in that phase where I didn't want you to come over and talk. You knew what you were doing when you called me. Hey, and y'all know how them phone calls. What you doing? Nothing. Yeah, exactly. You want some company?
Yeah. I didn't get that. I didn't get it.
You didn't get the phone calls.
No, I'm saying I didn't know that's what they.
Man, no. If you got that phone call, hey girl, what's up? What you doing? Where you at? I'm at home. You want some company? Yeah, come on over. Okay, I'll be over there in about 10 minutes. They gave you enough time to go in the bathroom, do your little whole bath, and then get ready. Y'all. So you wanted to talk. You wanted to talk.
I thought they wanted to talk, you know. So
So when you got over there and you talked, how was her facial expression? I know it had to be like, God darn it.
You know what?
This,
we actually talk. You know, we talk. But,
she tolerated you. That's what it was. She was like, she was hoping that by the third sentence or the third paragraph that you would just go ahead and just be like, all right, let's go. But
was she wearing something nice and elegant?
One time the person was.
And you just kept talking.
One time. That was your cue.
And you just kept talking.
Then at 2 o'clock and she was fully clothed. That was your cue.
Oh yeah, Molly walked her ass all over that living room.
Chandelier.
And you over there having a full-fledged conversation.
Hey, how you doing, sis? You want to talk? What's going on?
And let me guess, Johnny, and guess what the conversation is about? I ain't gonna do you like that. 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 Yo, I love you, bro, but I bet you this is your conversation. Hey, did you know that the slaves were on the plantation?
Hey, I wasn't even on that then. I wasn't on that. I was not
Did
on
you know that Puff Daddy?
I was not on that then. I was not on that. Yeah, nah.
Hey, what you have for dinner today?
You going to church in the morning? You had a real good sermon last Sunday.
And you were sitting on the couch, and that girl was probably trying to be all. Was she touching on you?
Ooh, actually, I was in the bedroom.
Was she touching on you? And you?
But
She wanted you. Yeah, right. She wanted you to touch on her, and you were just having a conversation.
Look, that's not the time when y'all talk about what Kmart got in the food special.
Yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't think things would have happened the way that it happened if I would have.
Okay, well, good thing. Good. All right.
Yeah, good thing. But
okay, you were respectful.
You were that good dude.
If you was wearing something elegant, you wasn't supposed
You
to.
So you put your own self in the friend zone.
Church outfit from last night, you know what I'm saying? A nice little suit. Yeah, then you be respectful. In a nightgown, a negligee.
So you put your own self in that friend zone, LaRon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for your book to come out. Listen. Evelyn said, I agree that they were not all victims, but influence could be a bully. They think, I quote, I won't get my chance if I don't go to the parties or rooms. Quote, the ones who know complicate things. That's true. That is true. That's true. That's true.
Victim, they just keep going on that motion and thinking that something's gonna change.
Yeah.
Or that person may be even saying, "Oh, it's gonna get better."
Yeah.
You know, gonna have to do this after so long. You know, just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Yeah.
You know, they want their big break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're looking for that big break. They're looking for, you know, this is my chance.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So that leads me into, you know, more topics, more conversation about the communication between Black men and Black women. Like, what are we really saying with each other? What are our conversations? Because all jokes aside, LaRon, you know, you're my little brother. I love you dearly. But for instance, when you have good guys such as LaRon going over to a woman's house and Omar said, no, I needed consent. Once I got that green light, then when you get that consent, so what is that communication? So LaRon's case, in his case, he's like, okay, I'm trying to be respectful and whatnot.
Right.
But what was the communication? What was her language? Like she wanted, but he's like, so we.
But if you don't tell me nothing, I'm not going to cross that line.
Right. So it's like, what is that communication? And that's why I am always saying, and I tell my nieces this, when you're in the presence of a man and you're dating, you need to make what you want clear. Don't give these hints and all of this, because we're not in that culture now. We're not in that time. That time now, we need to be upfront and honest. You let them know, listen, I'm not having sex with you. I'm not doing this. I'm dating X, Y, and Z. So, that communication piece is very, very essential. Listen, stay connected. We're about to take another song break, and then we'll be wrapping this thing up. As always, man, y'all, listen, y'all are hilarious. LaRon, I could just picture you there right there. I know, but you brought that on yourself, dude. You brought that on yourself.
Yeah.
You
told me this was a safe space, man.
Yeah, it's a safe space, all right. I can just see him now, just sitting there, just patiently talking, and she over there she inside just pissed. She is pissed. She thought she was gonna get some. Listen, we be right back live on 101 TKO Radio. LaRon. He ain't knocking out that night. We be right back. And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio. That was Goodbye Love by Guy. Woo!
See,
that's all right there.
See, that's that music right there, boy. There was a whole bunch of babies born back in them days.
Oh yeah.
And you wanted you a boyfriend. Woo!
Except for one. There you go.
Oh.
My bad. See, I told you I was gonna get you back for talking
Wasn't nothing going on that night. Wasn't nothing going on that night. Nothing. But the TV and that conversation.
You know what? I just asked that person if she wanted me to make a move, and she said she probably would have received it.
So, she trying to be so gentle with it.
Just now.
Wait, you just asked that same person. Is that your wife?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Here's his wife. So you know what? Girl, y'all are funny. That's funny. But she's a Sagittarius. She was waiting though.
I just asked her that.
She waiting.
I don't really I would have received it, but yeah.
Lisa tried to be nice. I'm gonna speak for Lisa. She a Sagittarius. She wanted.
My daughter fussed at me when I got home. She was like, "Why you going over there on the house at that late night?" No, I didn't even do anything. Whatever.
But you was telling the truth.
You were telling the truth.
So I understand now. Though,
yeah.
You know,
at this stage.
Liking to her.
Right. Yeah. That's different. That was That's much different. Like that was. See, we were talking about back then.
Was that your first date with her when that happened?
No, we hadn't even gone on a date yet. We were just talking, and at just one night she just called and said, "Hey, what you doing?" Asked TaShon, say, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing. You want to come over?" I'm like, "Sure."
What time? And that was at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yep.
See, that's that Sagittarius. Yeah. But y'all were at a different stage of your life. Yeah, she was ready. I don't care what Lisa say. She was ready.
Right. But he wasn't ready.
Listen, Mark said, I feel you, bro. I'm the nice guy too. Listen, thank you so much, Mark, for being part of the show, being part of TMR. We are so thankful to have you. So whenever you pop in, thank you so much. But Mark said he was a nice guy too. So listen, that's code for she wanted to go to Pound Town. But as JJ say, it is. See, as JJ said, it is different for everyone. But back in the day, in your 20s, like for me, as you know, speaking back in those days, those college early years, exploration days, you wasn't trying to have no conversation. You know what I'm saying? But during like when you grow and elevate in your life and your dating life and whatnot, because as I always share, me and Chef, I was celibate with him, so he knew. So there were plenty of times I did go over and watch movies or whatnot, and nothing happened. And he thought I was playing. It ain't nothing happening, bro. We can eat all the wings and everything you want to. 12 o'clock in the morning, ain't nothing happening. We're gonna watch this movie and we're gonna go to sleep. You ain't touching me. Yeah, but back in the day,
that was your 20s, right?
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, this was when me and Chef started dating, but I was in a different, level of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in my 20s, I was what? Yeah, I ain't saying I got bodies like that. I'm just saying I ain't about. That's gonna be the other topic. How many bodies you got? Listen, it's in my book, Woman on Fire. It's in my. What'd you say, Jay? You older than I? Oh, okay. Listen, it is different. But the thing is, I mean, it's in my book. I shared this with Chef, and I ain't got bodies like that, but back in my day, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I was like, you come, Negro, what you doing? Where you at? Right. Come on over. I ain't got no food, so stop off at American Deli, get you something to eat, and then come on over.
Dr. Evelyn, I don't like
LeBron, what she say? What she say, LeBron? This is the best thing I've seen people be clowned for.
You're right. We show on clowning.
Mark said, any woman calling you after midnight wants to get cheeks clapped. That's what I'm saying. Back in the day, and it was so funny. I remember a date I had, and I was babysitting my nephew. Oh my gosh. I thought my sister was coming to get my nephew in time because I told him I had a date, right? My date sitting on the couch. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. My nephew would not go to sleep. And I'm just like, yo, please go in there, go to sleep. I gave him all the toys. I gave him hot cocoa, just to warm him. I didn't know nothing about melatonin back then because I would have popped him some melatonin and boy, take your butt to sleep. My date had to he stayed for about an hour. He was both of us looking at each other, and I just kept apologizing because I already knew what we want. We both wanted to do something. He just.
Where R. Kelly get that song from? He looked at me.
Because we were looking at each other, and I know he said, yo, call me when he sleep, and basically don't call me because he ain't going to sleep. He was running through the house I'm like, dude, I was so ticked. Yeah, and I was like, why y'all knew I had a date, man? Y'all knew I had a date, but I just knew he was going to sleep. So, but I had a motive.
What you wanted to do,
right? I'm like, dude, go to sleep. I'm trying to. Dude, this is my call. What you mean? Man, please. But if a girl calling a guy after midnight and y'all ain't meeting at the Waffle House and she inviting you back to the house, it's going down.
I mean, it ain't going down like that right now because the new midnight is 7:30, 8 o'clock.
You ain't never lied. At this age group, sure. What time is it? Cleophas, what time you coming over? It's 6 o'clock.
I can't even hear the phone.
This refrigerator about to shut down if you ain't over here by 5:30, Cleophas. I can't get you nothing to eat. And then
put the cat to the cage.
Law and order.
Right.
8 o'clock, I'm gone.
That's it. And you're going to be out of this house by 9 o'clock.
And you're going to be out.
You ain't staying over.
Y'all got evening calls right about now.
Man, listen, my grandmother's dates were in the morning time. Mr. Howard, rest his soul, Mr. Out. They were coffee morning dates. And we used to be, now the grandkids be like, yo, did Mr. Howard spend the night? Because he was always early in the morning, having coffee. And now I'm thinking, oh, Mr. Howard spent the night. He spent the night. You're right.
She was in that special nightgown.
Yeah.
Church flip-flop.
Yep. That night robe. What'd you say, Mark? Supper calls. Yep. Because, every morning, Mr. Howard and my grandmother would sit in the kitchen having breakfast and coffee. And then he'd be like, hey, and he was nice. He would say, hey, grandbaby, this, that, and another. He was cool. And I always was the thinker.
Was he still dressed?
He was still dressed. He was. And I said,
was Grandma was she in her night?
No, she was in her clothes. No, she was in her clothes.
She was in her clothes.
Yeah. So they had a routine. When you think about it, they had a routine. My grandbabies, them about to get up, or they about to be dropped off over here by a certain time. You just came over this morning to have some coffee. But I'm thinking Mr. Howard them spent the night. That was that spent the night. No, because that's grown folks' business.
y'all hear the old people bones going.
Don't you talk about my them like that.
Hey, WD-40.
That's nasty.
WD-40 was the trick.
That's nasty. When you think about it, it's like, oh, my damn.
I heard it.
You heard your parents' room? You heard your parents?
I walked in on them one time.
Oh! No, I did walk in on my mom and daddy.
He said, close the door. Every Sunday morning.
Because you know, we gotta go investigate. We hear something going on. We want.
So you were that child that walked in on your parents, and like every. Oh my gosh.
One time too many.
Yeah, I walked in one time, and I'm still. Oh my gosh, 50-some years later, this image is still in my head.
It's burned in you. Oh my God! I broke my eyes while I've seen it.
Luckily, he had the covers on. I didn't see any details, but I know that's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this.
That was a pivotal moment.
He was in the mic. I caught him in the mic.
That was it. That was it.
The door.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Mark said, "Mommy, why you keep yelling at God?"
Oh God!
Oh my God! Have y'all, DJ Spoon? Have you ever walked in on your parents?
I didn't walk in on my parents, but my dad walked in on me.
Oh gosh! Oh my! I wouldn't be. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Well, what you doing? I said nothing.
Oh my God!
Literally.
he walked in on you having conversations. And probably like, dang, why he ain't doing that? My son ain't doing nothing. Oh my gosh. Nelson, have you ever caught your parents?
Nah.
Okay. That's a good thing, because I swear I was 4 years old, and I like, that's the only image that like is still embedded in my head to this day. I don't know how much I prayed about it to like just release. I'm like, dear God, please release this image. Yeah, like, oh my, I'm like, oh, that's what they were doing. Oh my God. Like, oh. It made sense. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. Like 5 babies later, that's what they were doing. Oh my God. But I told y'all, like, I even with my parents being dead, you know, even with my grandparents being dead, like in the beginning, I'd be like, oh, I can't do nothing because they're gonna see me. Like they're gonna be watching me from the heavens. I can't do anything. Like they're gonna be watching me from the heavens above, and no, that's not cool. So we can't do anything. Like afterwards, I was like, no, I'm not having sex because no, they gonna be. Now I was doing what LaRon was doing. I was like, no, we ain't touching, we ain't talking, because my grandmama them gonna see me, and they cannot see they oldest baby. No, not in that position. No.
When you get to heaven, your grandma will say,
Listen, we're gonna take this quick song break, and we're gonna wrap this thing up live on 101 TKO Radio. Y'all, we gotta get this book. LaRon, I can't wait for this book to come out, boy. I got a title for you.
when is it coming out?
I don't know, but we gotta get one out soon. So listen, stay tuned to 101 TKO Radio in the movie. 101 TKO Radio in the mailroom. We'll be right back.
I'm 54, so
And we are back live on 101 TKO Radio. That is the ultimate song. That is how you know it is the beginning of Christmas season when Mariah Carey comes out. All I Want for Christmas. That's it. That's the song that opens up Christmas holiday.
She tried to patent it.
Yeah, she.
Wow.
Sorry to tell y'all, man. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Single to Marcy for nothing.
Listen, she tried, ain't she? She tried. So listen, this has been a good show as our comeback show. I appreciate you all. Listen, next week we're gonna be talking about y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
I want to know, do y'all like to be called daddy?
You know,
I can save it for the show. Save it for next week. I want to know, do y'all want to be called daddy? You know.
I'm gonna make sure.
How many D's you talking about first? How many D's you talking about? One D, two D.
I'm gonna definitely make sure my mic is working right next to me.
Listen, I want to know, do y'all like to be called daddy? All right, I know you know Usher got his song. Hey, daddy, you know.
Here's the thing: do you want to be called daddy or do you want to be called D?
No, we don't call no daddy. Daddy. Dirty daddy. Dirty daddy. You're just a dirty daddy. Listen, before we wrap up, what's going on with you, Mr. Takeover? What you got going on or coming up?
I'm getting ready to just pay for my baby to get her photo shoot for her birthday.
Okay.
Just get ready for that.
That's dope.
Okay, good. Sagittarius in the house. All right. DJ. That's okay. That Sagittarius spoke her piece too. She being nice. She was being nice. But deep down inside, she wanted that daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Damn.
Oh, DJ Jody Prince, what you got coming up?
Music. I'm working on my album. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Make sure I get a copy. Make sure I get my copy.
Yes. What's the name of it?
Take it back to 1989 days.
Ooh.
I got you.
What's the title of your album?
I got you.
What's the title?
Oh, I got a title, yeah.
Oh, okay. The one you just released.
That was called Johnny's Guild.
Johnny.
Right now.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah, that's dope. Are you doing the any December Thursday night? Okay. Okay, cool.
I got you on Thursday. It's gonna be fine.
There you go. I love it. DJ E Smooth, what you got coming up?
Man, I got a lot going on for work. And also pay bills to work.
Yeah. Hey. Yes.
Now, you know, honestly, take truth. I'm seriously just getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah.
Family coming up, so.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. Nelson, what's going on with 101 TKO Radio?
Well, tonight we're gonna support new personality, Callie, 450 Panda.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to a rave party.
Yeah.
At the Believe Music Hall.
450 Panda.
Yeah. Y'all gonna have fun with that. I ain't been to a rave in I don't know how a long time ago. And I was like, I'm good. It was fun. So that's cool.
What you got going on?
What I got going? You know what? This month, I'm just sitting back. When I say sitting back, I'm just regrouping, reflecting for the new year. Got some things I'm gonna roll out. And for the mailroom, doing some rebranding and whatnot, getting ready for that. And just solidifying this team, dude. Like this is my team. Y'all are it. And we're about to push this envelope. So I'm gonna work on this content. So y'all let us know what y'all want to talk about, what y'all want to hear, because it's a lot to talk about, and I'm ready to do this thing. I'm not afraid anymore. I've come to terms of because we got a good group, and so I'm just ready to push this and just really dig into it. So I'm just gonna take this month of December and just really, just chill. I want to empty my brain. When I say empty my brain, I want to just to do that brain dump and get some stuff together. But
you do know how you can do that, right?
What? How?
Go ahead and let Chef pull on that.
Get your head pulled, exactly.
Go ahead and let Chef pull on
I gotta make these braids last. I gotta let these braids last.
Wait.
And
maybe you can get some more.
Well, he better come with it. If he gonna pull my hair, he better have that money on that nightstand for it. That's what I'm saying. You better have that money on that nightstand. Ain't no $40. You better have that them 2 bands on that nightstand. They better get my hair done. And speaking of my chef, what you say, Martin? I ain't no $40 hairstyle. I ain't getting no $40 braids. Y'all ain't gonna talk about me with no $40 braids.
You need a $40, baby.
Ain't no $40 braids. Listen. You know what? And speaking of Chef, I do have to give him a special shout out. I'm gonna have a testimony, but my baby rehabbed the whole house up there in Cleveland Avenue. So he will be home soon. He did that dude, he was shocked himself. His mom would call me. She said, baby, your husband did this. I mean, I'm like, dude, the only reason why I ain't moving in that house is because it's in Cleveland and y'all got snow. And you took out the bathtub and put in the shower. You took out the whole bathtub. He put it in the shower.
Whoa. Yeah. What kind of shower? The one that got the sprinkles coming down?
Yeah, like he did all of that. I gotta show y'all the pictures. Like he did the whole bathroom, kitchen, floor. Like he rehabbed the entire house by himself. Him and you two.
A whole bunch of hair pulling in the shower like that.
We're gonna need one of them handicap bars to hold on in the bars. We ain't 20-something no more. In the stool, right? In the stool. We're gonna have to hide the stool because one of us gonna fall. We're gonna fall. So big ups to him. I'm so super proud of him. It's been a journey for us these last 6 months. So keep him lifted, men, for me, and that he gets on here before Christmas or by Christmas or whatever. But I'm super proud of him.
Tell him I said, when you get on the plane, I need my scrumps.
And listen, I need to eat. I've been living on ramen noodles and cereal. I ain't been cooking. I'm tired. I ain't been cooking, y'all. I'm so serious. I can't cook nothing. I just be throwing stuff in the oven. I be looking at that. I be like, now good dog oil, Sean. That ain't nothing. Listen, I told you. Listen, it's been a great show. Thank you, Evelyn, and everyone who tuned in. She said, great comeback show. So listen, come back next week, same time, same place. And make sure you download that 101 TKO Radio app so you won't miss it. And if you need to catch this replay, go onto the YouTube and you can catch the replay. You definitely want to catch the replay. So until next week, fellas, I love y'all. Peace. Peace. Yeah.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager.